inside and outside, which, by the by, is particularly handy when some big football players come over and we have a little midnight match of ultimate disc in the yard. Now, when your lawn is beautiful and green all year long, you can focus on the important matters, if you get my drift. You see, Gardening with Maurice is sponsored by the Happy Farmer. Yahoo! If you're afraid someone will steal your tomatoes, why not grow tomatoes in your closet indoors like me? The Happy Farmer, hydroponics, and more. Next door to Blotto's. I'm Maurice. Until next time, dig a hole and plant yourself.
That was the show that generates more phone calls than any other on WCTR, Gardening with Maurice.
All the news the government wants you to hear. WCTR.
And now, the #1 show for vegetables on the radio, Gardening with Maurice.
Okay, we are back in the garden. I'm Maurice, and we must answer nature's call. Going to the phones. Greetings, garden lover. What's your name?
Hi, my name's Trish.
Okay, is that short for Patricia?
Yeah.
Oh, then what I asked is what your name was, not the nickname your skinhead boot-wearing friends call you at the rallies. Maybe you should do less drugs and learn to try a bit harder. Next caller.
Hi, my name is Colleen, and my husband has a topiary problem.
Ooh, this sounds serious.
Well, he started off small scale, just recreational usage, doing horses and cockerels, the odd unicorn, but it's kind of gotten out of control.
How so?
He just can't stop. I mean, people think it's all fun and games, but what happens when the party stops? What happens then?
Okay, just hold the phone and get a grip, okay? At my house, when the party stops, we pay the gimp, get rid of the sailors, and 15 men start crying in unison.
Well, that's your business. My husband's reached bottom. It's terrible. Giraffes, lions, elephants, rhinos, all of them carved out of hedges. Penguins, dogs, velociraptors, you name it, he's made a leafy version.
What could be more natural than a man trimming a hedge into the shape of an animal? Very therapeutic. Makes a man feel like a god. When you can twist nature to your own perverse entertainment, then you know we've won. Eat me, Darwin.
But now he's trimming bushes into a spaceship, a rocket, and a lance. He runs around with hedge clippers and screams, "Trim that bush!" at our neighbors. He even fashioned a shrub into a kangaroo with a pouch, and he sleeps inside it some nights. Oh, he's freaking out on Bush. He needs help. Please, you gotta help me. I hate hedges.
Well, the Romans loved topiary, and look at their contributions to society. But as they say, if the grass is greener in the other fella's yard, then you bang his college son when the dad's out of town. Okay, next caller. Whoops, hold on a second, I'm blossoming. There we go, all done.
My name's Henry.
Are you blossoming?
I guess I am. I've really come into my own in the past few months since I joined a cult and began tithing money in exchange for spiritual happiness and letting everyone take turns on my wife. Anyway, I have a lovely garden, mostly carnivorous plants. A Venus flytrap reminds me of my mother. She's in prison now. Anyway, it's so fascinating how it catches animals and eats them. I started with flies, and now mine can swallow a whole squirrel, or a small horse if I chop it in half first.
Have you tried any experiments on human beings?
Yeah, I've been working on that.
Good man! Good man! See, the secret of nature is once something is at the height of beauty and potential, it is time for it to wither and die. A bit like the British Empire. Because look at that whole place withering and dying right before our eyes. It's run by a queen. And if she had a pistol, she'd be the king. Luckily, in this country, we don't know the meaning of the word hubris. But hell, I'm all over the place here. It's so easy to get out of control when you're doing something that comes natural. Line 2, you're on Gardening with Maurice.
Yeah, my name is Terrence.
Can I call you Telly Welly?
Sure, I guess. I'm growing flowers, but sometimes I get really angry and fly off the handle and commit herbicide. I don't mean to. I say, I didn't mean it, baby. You'll be all right. Then I cry and wear a diaper for 2 days.
A flower is nothing more than an educated weed. And like all weeds, all living things need to be extinguished. Like a life support machine or a cigarette, which I won't be able to smoke anymore if the fascists in the state government have anything to say about it with that damn Proposition 421. Tobacco is a plant, people. And if it comes out of the ground, we should be able to smoke it, like coal and opium. Next caller.
Yeah, I got a question. Why is everybody on the radio named Maurice?
God, I pray to the great gardener in the sky that you've been fixed. I hope they sniffed your nuts off, because spreading your seed could be a disaster. Do you have a question? A question? God, so many vegetables on this show. Tards.
Yeah, that guy was talking about bugs and plants that eat them. I got a better solution. Put pesticide in the sprinklers. My kids love it. I mean, the ones that lived.
Oh, lovely. You're a lovely human being, you fucking imbecile. You morons in this town are spreading like weeds. Like little bastard dandelions. I wish I could just pop every one of your goddamn heads off. Hello, Line 8. You're on Gardening with Maurice.
Yeah, I heard what you said about bonsai trees. And you know what? You can stick that green thumb right up your ass.
Oh, yes! Another man who grows miniature plants so he can feel like a giant. A real man loves enormous trees that he can have his way with, chopping them down and using the wood to fashion rocking horses and suggestive whirligigs. Okay, we're running out of time. Literally. But again, like a seed sown in a hurricane or a mushroom spore from outer space, the garden goes on. I'm Maurice. Until next time, dig a hole and plant yourself.
That was the show that generates more phone calls than any other on WCTR. Gardening with Maurice. Let's head over to the newsroom.
Leanne Forget, WCTR News, reporting what the morning memo tells us to. Pornography in preschool, a sickening shortage. And shiny compact discs turning your children into killers. Plus, the Epsilon Tract, a psychotic underground power-hungry cult running the government and Vinewood. Or an idea whose time has come. The WCTR team spoke to one member.
Whenever I'm in trouble, I talk to my invisible friends. When I was a kid, my mother told me to be good, or invisible people would kill me. I'm passing that terrifying living along to my children, like a virus.
Also, police are investigating the murder of Liberty City crime family, the Sindacos, whose bodies were found in a meat factory in Las Venturas. Could this be the start of a mafia war, or was it a sick game gone hideously wrong? Either way, America's beef producers say it will all blow over. Los Santos police officers Frank Tenpenny and Eddie Pulaski are being sought by government officials in order to stand trial for the murder of Officer Ralph Pendlebury. The pair, whom prosecutors claim have masterminded a huge criminal organization, have disappeared. LSPD spokespeople said they were undercover. Las Venturas was recently celebrating the opening of the Four Dragons Casino, a huge new pleasure palace with a Chinese feel, setting a new level of optimistic debauchery for the country. Richard reports from Venturas, where the Four Dragons hosted the Child Actor Convention.
What do you have to fuck to get a free drink in this place? How do you stay 14 when the dealer's showing 12, you moron? Yeah, hit me.
Richard!
Leanne, as you know, actors are a shallow and insecure lot, often uncomfortable with their sexuality. But what's worse are child actors, especially when they get together. Jimmy, from the canceled sitcom Just the Five of Us, was dragged out by police earlier today.
This is bullshit! Hey, don't arrest my bitches! I am a star! It's just flour, I swear!
Jimmy, I'm Richard Burns, WCTR News. What do you think of My Five Uncles, the show that replaced yours?
What do you think, dumbass? That show sucks my ass.
And why do you still look like a kid?
I'm 51 years old. I just look like a kid. I'm gonna cock punch you. Ugh. Hey, how do you like that, you liberal media bastard?
Richard Burns, WCTR News. Back to you, Leanne.